Bobcats, and happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, April the 15th, 2020. If you're a Bobcat, April 15th probably doesn't have much meaning to you, but I know grown-ups out there, that's a day we learn quickly, isn't it, as we get older. So happy Wednesday to all of you as well. Thank you for joining Toby and I this morning for the WBLS Morning News. Now, I have to tell you, I think yesterday I was off a little bit on our weather forecast. At my house in my neighborhood, we got the tiniest little bit of rain yesterday. But I have to tell you, we woke up to rain this morning. Actually, probably went to bed last night with some rain in your neighborhood, and it looks like we're going to have rain for quite a bit of the day today. The high is only going to be 69, the low is going to be 54 degrees, and it should be bringing us some mostly sunny skies tomorrow, and then we're going to see a return of the rain come this weekend. So, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Bobcats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We're not going to be eating lunch in the Buckley cafeteria today. You guys know that, and I need your help. Okay? If you ever wanted to be on WBLS, I don't care if you're in first grade or kindergarten, or you are a PE teacher, or you're the principal or assistant principal, parapro. If you have ever wanted to be on WBLS, this is your chance, okay? Now, I want you, if you would like to send me a 2 or 3 minute video of you either telling us or showing us one of your favorite lunches that you like to make. Honestly, it could be lunch, it could be dinner. We call it, when we have lunch and dinner combined around here, my daughter Emma calls it linner. And so it might be a breakfast, or it might be a really fun snack. So this is your opportunity. I'm giving it to you. If you will send those short 2 to 3 minute videos to Miss Young at youngk@leonschools.net. I'm going to ask that that's the format that you send it to me in, and then next week I will start to share those. Now, if you send it to me today, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the first one on Monday. I'm going to save those and then share them as the days go on. Be creative. It could be something very basic. It could be something fancy. Whatever you want to share, this is your opportunity to do that. So start sending those to me, and I'll start showing them next week. Now, don't forget to go on to the link that Ms. Young sent out via listserv last week for the Sunshine State voting, okay? My big kids, Ms. Young, is working on something to try and figure out still how we can celebrate those of you who met your grade level goal, or if you met the principal's challenge and read all 15. For those of you who don't know, we normally have a great big party at the end of the school year to celebrate our Bobcats who met their grade level goal for reading a certain number of Sunshine State books. And we're going to figure something out, guys. So hold tight, and I'll share as soon as I know what we're going to do. It may just be a different little format this year, and that is okay. But I want everybody to go on. By the end of the week, I will have read 4 Sunshine State books, junior books. If you've not read any others, you could just pick your favorite of these 4, which were the ones that I happen to be able to bring home because you guys had so many of them checked out, which is not a bad problem to have. But today I'm going to read The Little Red Fort over here by Cookie Dough. And I have to tell you, I happen to know there is a Bobcat family that recently built a fort in their backyard. So it got me to thinking, I want to see what forts or playhouses or tree houses that you have in your backyard. So give me a picture, send me a picture, post it on the Facebook media page, or send it to me a message on the Facebook media page, and I'll share those out today. I guess it'll be a little challenging in the rain. So if you don't get it to me today, maybe tomorrow if you want to show it to us, and I'll try and share some of those right here as well as on our Buck Lake page. So here are a few jokes to tickle your funny bone this morning, okay? What do bread bakers do on their day off? What do bread bakers do on their day off? Do I have any bread bakers out there? Oh, Miss Young loves some bread. It doesn't love me, but what do bread bakers do on their day off? Ready? Toby and Cookie Dough are really good at this. They loaf. They loaf. When you're loafing, you're being lazy, right, and not doing anything. A loaf of bread. Do you get it? You get it? Okay. Here's a fun one I actually saw on the news this morning with Michael Hudak. He showed it was called a zonkey. It was a combination, I think, of a donkey and a zebra. So this goes back to that. What did the silly man name his zebra? You ready? Spots. Why would you name a zebra who has stripes Spot? Why would you name him Spot? I don't know. Why do people get goosebumps? How many of you get goosebumps, right? Where you get little tiny bumps all over you. Maybe if you get chilled or if you get excited or nervous. Why do people get goosebumps? Because camel bumps are too big. You can't have camel bumps all over your body. Now, we're going to be bringing part of your favorite part of WBLS back coming up very soon. And I want you to be watching for that. They're going to be sending out some more information about terrific kids. So, will it look a little different than it normally does when we're in the actual school building? It will. But watch out for more information about that to come soon. It's going to be exciting. Speaking of a terrific kid, I'm going to be sharing a message from one terrific kid that we love at Buck Lake. And that is Kid President. I'm going to be sharing some of his older ones, and then we'll share some of his newer ones that I started to share before we left. So take a peek at this, and I'll meet you right back here. Did you enjoy that? He was talking about everyday heroes, and right now more than ever we are hearing about those. So I know we have a lot of our family members that are on the front lines, right, where you're involved in the medical field in some way, but and we thank you so much for taking care of everybody who needs you right now. You know, it's not just those. My own nephew, Zach, some of our friends know him from after school. Some of our teachers know him because he went through Buck Lake. You may have seen him up at Costco. He's about 6'6". Miss Young looks teeny tiny compared to him. But he goes every day or on and works at Costco, right? So he is helping all of our families to get things that we need during this time. I know we have, within our Buck Lake family, we have friends who work at Publix, and so a big shout out to those managers. You may, if the Radke family, we know you have somebody you love that makes sure we get what we need every day from grocery stores, and so you may know somebody also that is helping at Walmart. You know, Walmart's not closing down. They're still making sure that we have what we need. So we are thankful to all of you and for making sure our families have what we need. So Miss Young and Kid President gave you a little shout out there, and our families and our teachers who are working so hard to make sure that our friends continue to learn. So make sure and tune in on this Friday, because we're going to have our Buck Lake Faculty Pep Parade. So if you're watching, faculty, and you've not sent us your pictures, please do that. Send them to Miss Young's email. And I have to tell you, my little Bobcat friends, Cookie Dough and Toby, have gotten to be good buddies. Now, in fact, Toby has been sleeping on top of Cookie Dough. I may include one of those pictures in the pet parade. So if you haven't sent me a picture, this is for our faculty and staff. Send those to me. And our Buckley family, all of our families, we're going to do a pet parade for you guys next week. So get ready to send in those pictures to us. Don't forget to check out our media page. And there's a note from Miss McDowell on there today. Miss Kay and Miss Barrett have been putting way fun physical education activities on their page. And also the Buck Lake Reading Team, Miss Price and Miss Frederick have been posting fun things that they find as well. So those are all great resources for you. So that's all for today, Bobcats, for this portion. Remember to purr, Bobcats. Always, always be prepared. Be upstanding. Be an upstanding Bobcat. Be responsible and be respectful to everyone you come in contact with in your family today. In case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Stay tuned for story time. We're going to read The Little Red Fort. Have a great day. So I'm going to share a Sunshine State Junior book with you today. This is called The Little Red Fort. You were watching just a moment ago, you heard me say, hey, send me some pictures of your forts or playhouses. If you can't get it today, send it to me tomorrow. But this is the Little Red Fort. Miss Young's favorite color happens to be red, so I would love to have a little red fort. This is, for those of you who might be wondering, it's a 1.9 and a half a point. The author is Brenda Meyer, and the pictures are by Sonia Sanchez. The Little Red Fort. Ruby's mind was always full of ideas. Look at that. Oh my goodness. One day she found some old boards. Who wants to help me build something? She asked her brothers. Oscar Lee pretended not to hear. Rodrigo gave her a look that could melt popsicles. That means probably not a very good, nice one. Jose almost fell off the fence. You don't know how to build anything, they said. Ruby shrugged. Then I'll learn. I love that attitude. That's awesome. Right? I know our Bobcats, they have that kind of attitude. And she did learn. Cookie Dough looks like he's watching, listening to the story. Who wants to help me draw the plans? Ruby asked. The boys clutched their sides and howled with laughter. Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll draw them myself. I wonder if you're already starting to figure out what story this kind of follows along. And she did. So she's going to draw up her plans for her fort. Satisfied with her plans, Ruby asked, who wants to help me gather the supplies? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. Well, I'll gather them myself. Are you thinking of the little red hen? And she did. She went and got her materials. When all the supplies were gathered, Ruby asked, who wants to help me cut the boards? Not me, said Oscar. I don't think so, Rodrigo said. No way, said Jose. I'm too what? Busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll cut them myself. I'm not sure that they're really too busy, are they? And she did. Oh, of course, her mom is cutting the wood for her. Of course, we would not have you use saws, but Mama's helping her. When all the boards were neatly cut, Ruby sang, who wants to help me hammer in the nails? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll hammer them myself. I'm thinking maybe that is Jose that keeps saying he's too busy. Soon, Ruby's creation Oh, excuse me. And she did. Oh, she's hammering them. She's building it. Soon, Ruby's creation was complete. Who wants to play in my fort, she called. I bet you can predict what's going to happen. Me, said Oscar Lee. Let's go, said Rodrigo. I'll play, said Jose. I'm not busy anymore. Yeah, now that it's time to enjoy it. Not so fast, said Ruby. You didn't help me draw the plans or gather the supplies or cut the boards or hammer the nails. You said I didn't know how to build, and you laughed at me. I'm going to play in the fort all by myself. Kind of like the little red hen. And she did. We didn't want to play anyway, the boys said. But they did, and so they huddled, they whispered, and got straight to work. Oscar Lee made a mailbox. Rodrigo planted flowers. Jose painted the fort fire engine red. Ruby was delighted. That evening, the boys followed a delicious aroma to a fort warming party. Who wants to help me clean this plate? Ruby asked. We do, the boys said. Looks like maybe cookies. And they did. Looks like they had cookies and milk together. So that I love. So it was kind of based on the Little Red Hen. You know, a lot of times we want to enjoy something after somebody else has worked so hard. That's kind of what her brothers wanted to do. You know what? I love our friends and how creative they are in our creation station. One of our favorite parts of our maker space. Maybe today you could build a fort out of supplies that you have at your house. I know I'm getting more orders that actually come to my house so I don't have to go out, and you may have extra boxes that you want to build something. Maybe you could make a fort in your living room today, right? Miss Young used to do that with sheets and blankets and pillows and using the sofas. I'm sorry parents for suggesting this, but it could be fun. I hope you all have a great day and join us back tomorrow.